Hello, everybody. Welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for another game. This one is our second game of the day here. And my name's Jeff Warburn, bringing you the AA Bulldogs taking on the Flyers. So we just had the Antigonish team from the A section take place, and now we got the AAs back-to-back here for the Antigonish squads. With that being said, we're going to get right into it. Sackville works that down on the right side. Quick shot on, and Bulldogs will get the whistle there. 13 seconds in as it's slowed up there in front and covered up. Face off. Coming. Bulldogs work that in around. McDonald spins. McDonald fires that up. Will be in behind, and that will go for an icing. So back on in, and we'll try to get our feet under us. Started out here. So like I said, Bulldogs versus Flyers. First game of the round robin for both these sides is Friday morning, usually the case. So much to prove and so much excitement for these big tournaments. You want to get off to a good start here as that one's picked up by Delory. Delory plays it up the right side. Quickly knocked off that puck in offside by Francis McDonald. Whistle on the play. We'll try down here in front. Puck dropped in. Bulldogs steer it over. Hits the stick there. Dykers. A little pressure as the Bulldogs try to move that up ahead. Down the wall here in front. Dykers. He's going to grab and shoot that back in behind. Kendall. Tyler Kendall gets pressured down low. Kendall able to steer that over, and it's moved into the middle for Jack Smith. Jack Smith now down the right side. Smith steps in, shot. That one's padded away. A big rebound comes out. Lead pass, then back into the foot. O'Brien will get it up the right side. Shot on, and the Flyers will make their first save there of the game. As looks like we've got Gage Purcell in net there for the Flyers. So just down the highway, coming up for the big tournament here. Pictou, that one swept on, delayed offside. Flyers, D-to-D pass there. Down in front, past the stick of Lively. Sent in for the icing. So less than 2 minutes in, we've had about 4 whistles here so far. So still trying to get our feet under us early. We'll be back into the Sackville end as the defense will change there, it looks like, for the Bulldogs. Puck dropped in, spun back to Frazier. Frazier backhands it as it flutters into the end boards, cut off along the wall, back to the blue line. Bulldogs getting pressured down there along the half wall, spinning. Knocks back in front. Down here in front for Frazier. Frazier gets tripped up, and an easy call there as he turned on the Jets to start moving. Hauled down, and it'll be a tripping call. 12:49 to go. So just at the start here of the first penalty. Dropped in back to Frazier. Frazier, he'll hand it off to the right side. Bulldogs. Back to Frazier. Left side over to Brown. Brown steps in. That was seeing eye shot will head outside the zone. Frazier. He'll pick up on the man advantage. Pardon me. Frazier looking for an angle. Gets down in behind. Right side corner. Back to the blue line it goes. Shot from the point, save made, and it'll just be covered up there with 30 seconds gone in the power play. Still trying to kind of get moving here as the Bulldogs get set into place. A few shots from the exterior, but no grade A chances yet. Frazier drops that back for Brown. Brown over to the right side. That's picked up in a big booming shot. Hits the glove. Wraps back around for Brown. Brown pulls back over to Frazier. Frazier drops that in. Brown, number 16, plays it down to the goal line and behind. Trying to step out in front. That catches a stick. And it'll be sent in down the right side. Into the corner. Frazier gets pressured. In there by Harvey. Harvey down on the half wall. Picked up. Flyers. Toe drag in. Shot. That one comes back near the blue line. Will be worked back and around. Frazier chase. He'll catch up to it. Looking for a lead pass off the mark there as it'll hit Kendall's stick. Back to the corner. Slapped at with authority. That'll come back around for Sean Gillis. Gillis. Over to the right. That's getting moved up ahead. 12 seconds to go on that power play. Seemed like it started a while ago, but it'll be wrapping up here soon. Down in front. Quick shot on. That's into the end boards. Flip it. There, Dykers cuts it off. A nice job here by Antigonish. Into the feet. Back to the line. Thompson managed to get that up. Francis McDonald trying to help out his D-man there, covering off a little bit in behind. A little pressure down low. Up the wall. Flyers. Pick up. That's into the glove. Little collision. Flyers spin back around. Looking for it on the right side, and a big shot goes wide as it goes high over the net. Played back down low for the Flyers. Looking for a leading pass in the middle, and a little too hot on that one. As now they come out the other way. O'Brien in over the line, and that will be an offside here as we're just about 5 minutes into the first here. It'll be a neutral zone face-off. Puck dropped in. Flyers hand that off now. Touch play in through the middle, and coming in with speed comes Lively. Lively, he'll drop that back, and then it'll be fed back in behind for him as he tries to center, but now numbers back the other way for the Bulldogs. Connors takes a bump as it's steered in behind. Flyers in along the end boards. Get tied up. Fished off the half wall there. Flyers feed that to the middle. Coming out with speed and moving. Savita. It's played in behind. Trying to go up the wall with it. Back in for Frazier. Frazier. Steered to the left side. McDonald into the foot. Drop back play. Step on. Save made as it's steered away. Flyers. Trying to spin out of that one. Little pressure down there. Bulldogs. Sent back in. Frazier. Frazier up the wall with it. Shot stopped. That fed to the middle. Flyers. Slip it up overhead. Bulldogs. Gonna grab that, work it down. Onto the stick there of Groom. Groom went D to D, and it's back in behind. Bulldogs step in, and a booming shot goes wide off the stick of McDonald. Back to McDonald in the middle. He'll backhand that. Not much on it, but still in the offensive zone. He'll go off for a change. Flyers now look to work out. Moving up over the blue line into the left side. Shot hits the end boards and will bounce back over. Flipped off to the feet, step in, shot scores. And the Flyers will break the deadlock with a move there in front halfway through the first. Looking for a little something from the crowd there as Anderson gets open in front and fires that one in behind. 7:43 left to go, and that'll be on the fourth shot of the game for the out-of-town Flyers. And we head back to center. Down here in front, Thompson. Off the end of the stick there. Shot goes wide. That's going to roll up the boards for Delory. He'll overskate it, though, and now potential back the other way. Flyers looking for numbers down the left side. Hands it off. Quick chance in front, and a good save as that scooped out of the air. And a good bounce back save there for the goaltender, Gillis. Face off. We'll be over here on the right side. That puck chipped in behind. A little push into the boards from Lively. As the Bulldogs look to get it up the wall. A little pressure. Picked up on the other side. Bulldogs grab Lively. It's into the feet. Chopped that puck. Flyers. They'll pull back. Kendall getting pressured. Down there front as it's loose there on the corner. Flyers come up with it. Lead play. Stopped up. Dykers tries to play that with a little touch pass, but it'll be battled for in the neutral zone and now picked up on here by the Bulldogs. In over the line. Delayed offside there. Flyers down low. Over under the wall, Walsh into the middle, kicking it around. Frazier looks for it, but the Flyers come out. Down to the left side corner. Chipped away for that in front, spinning pad save. Frazier. Slowed up. Down low, Purcell. Tried to do something with it, but it'll be a Bulldogs to move it back the other way. Frazier again. Try to jam that one through. It gets pressured on the left side, and it's dumped in behind. Flyers go up the board with it. Kept in on the blue line. Bulldogs will get that in behind. Flyers. Chip play. Right side picked up. Trying to get moving. Glover. Hard pass across. Sent right back in, and it'll be conservatively covered up there by Gillis as 5:22 remaining here in the first. 7-3 the shot, so Bulldogs leaving a little bit to be desired in the offensive zone here through the one period so far. Puck dropped in. Bulldogs. Down and tight. McKenna manages to get it up to Brown. Brown in over the line, touched up by McKenna. That's going to be the offside with about 5 minutes to go here in the first. Pace is picked up a little bit here in this one. Flyers up one. Bulldogs onto the stick. Off the turnover, trying to dump that down as fed in behind. Looking to get that across for Thompson. Smith down to Thompson, who then looks for the cutoff along the wall. Bulldogs lead play, hits McKenna's stick. Spun back around, Smith blocked. Steps in, Brown, shot save made as it steered into the corner. Arm goes up. We get a delayed penalty here with 4:29 to go in the first period, and it'll be the Flyers heading off. So good opportunity here now for the Bulldogs to try to tie it up late in the first. Just 4 shots making it through so far. Picked up over to Frazier. Frazier on the blue. He'll get that down to the left side. Steps in, had the goaltender out of position there briefly. He gets spun around. Bulldogs. Ship it up the wall. Stays onside. Flyers on the kill. Trying to dump that down. Took a little too much time with it, but it's still in the feet, so they'll get a second go. As Braden Ryan able to clear that in around. Now O'Brien. O'Brien in over the blue line. That's handed off. With stick to Joiners. Back down low. Centering pass. Bulldogs have to catch up to it. Frazier takes a moment with it. He'll hand that off to the left side. Cutting down there in front, or in behind Connors. He'll go back to the line with it again. Back to Connors. Low shot. And arm goes up for another penalty. I think an interference maybe there in front. Back over to Frazier. Frazier. Shot, shin pad. Steps in. Trying to go sharp angle, and they score on the delayed penalty. It's buried in front. And the Bulldogs tie it up, and that also means that Sidoruk has to stay in the box. For 44 seconds, O'Brien ties it up at 1. Back to center with just over 3 minutes to go. And now a word with the ref from the Sackville side, maybe thinking that the puck was touched up or something before the goal. Brief explanation. We're sending Kendall. Kendall's back in the box. Back to center. And here we go. 3:11 to go left in the first. That one shot back and around. Slowed up for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs pass that over. Connects as Thompson starts to move it out. Thompson. He'll drop that back to Landry. Landry down to the right side corner. Bulldogs come up with it. Back to Delory. Nice pass there. Shot. Save made as it ricochets to the corner. Slapped at the length of the ice. Bulldogs will slow it up. Oh, Delory fumbles it, shot around, and they score on a brutal turnover. Delory finishes it off on the unexpected wraparound and shorthanded. Still coming up with it. Flyers go to the box, or will stay in the box, but will add to the score sheet. And a bit of a disaster play there for the Bulldogs, who had just tied it up. So now trying to get some momentum back on their side. Down the right side. Antigonish back to the line. Little pressure as it's into the shin pad. Bulldogs left side. One-timer shot and a nice save as they got a hold of that one. Dwyer over to Brown. Brown from the left side corner. That's picked up. Played down for Dwyer. Fished off the wall. Bulldogs. Back to the blue line. Step in. Big shot coming up and a big rebound to follow. Brown pokes at it. Spun around. 29 seconds to go in the kill. That's sent in around. Frazier now. Frazier jumps up for it. Frazier tied up along the boards. Flyers pick it up, flick it over. Brown. Brown hands off, kind of out of position. They'll try to flip that back in front. 3 seconds to go on the penalty, just over a minute to go in the first. Picked up in behind by the Flyers. Flyers move out of the zone. That one's shot down into the right side corner. It's a one-on-one battle for it. Fished out of there. Anderson tries to feed it in front. Back to the corner. We're into the final minute of play here in the first. Spinning shot blocked. Touched up now for McDonald. 2-on-2 forming in front of our eyes, but they're just going to fire that in and head off. Flyers now have to try to get it out. Some good D-to-D passing there. 36 seconds. Still time for the Bulldogs. But the Flyers controlling well. Shots 7-8, so the shots have evened out a little bit here over the first. Lead pass onto the stick. Gillis comes out, catches the ref's feet, but it is still out of harm's way. 20 seconds. Flyers look to move in front. Between the legs, spun around. Back to McKenna. McKenna grabs. McIsaac took that one up high, but it's sent back in around, and that will do it. So 2-1 after one. We'll be back in about 30 seconds with the second. Never mind, they do the flood after every two, and they must have done it after the third and the last one, so we'll be back in about 10 minutes with the second. All right, everybody, back here for the second period as we get set for some more action here between the Bulldogs and the Flyers. We got a fresh sheet ice out there and ready to go. 2-1 the score after a late goal by the Flyers. Bulldogs kick that one out to the middle. Coming in and kind of falling down right back up there. Flyers push that off to the right side. Brown. Flyers pull back over. That's a back pass. Bulldogs going to look for it. McDonald catches up. McDonald takes a bump as it's sent back in behind. Flyers catch up to it. Chase Bowden. He's pinched along the boards. Bulldogs, Landry. Landry kicks that back in around. Fanned on, but the Flyers continue to work it out. Down the right side. That's fed in behind. Chased after. Here come the Bulldogs. Sent back in front. Sidruck into his feet. He goes down, but still battling to keep that, and he manages to get it off to his teammate there, Anderson, who plays that back. Flipped back in around, and now caught up to by Jack Smith, but he overskates it, and the Bulldogs get another break. Back into the feet. That's played in behind. Flyers. Down along the wall, a little bump there. They try to flip it out. Grab, pass across, shot. Oh, and a nice block there in front. Moving and shaking. Dykers hand that over, and into the end board. It's swept on. Bulldogs flip into the wall. Sloan McKinnon tries to get that out. McKinnon getting pressured by O'Brien, and it's chased after on the boards. Delory. He stays on it. Flyers now. Lead pass. Connecting there, and a big burst of speed and looking for an angle. Down the right side. Played in front, and it's just swept across and out of harm's way. And here come the Bulldogs back again. McKenna takes a bump. Passed over, shot. Oh, had a man in front. O'Brien tries to go impossible angle. Hits off the stick, and now Flyers back the other way. Rock'em sock'em hockey as we're going back and forth. Right side, that's freed up. Flyers in tight, and Harvey couldn't get the shot off. He'll be pressured, but still gets that in around. Flyers stop up. Bulldogs pick up on it. Lead pass in behind. McKenna gets to the blue line, flips that in behind to the end wall. Flyers drop that pass back to the right side. Flyers now head up. Down the wall, McDonald tries to stay with it. Instead, into the corner. Left side corner, 2-on-2. Flyers poke up with it. That heads back into Kendall. Kendall grabs as half change here for the Flyers. Still with it though. McDonald gets a poke at the stick, and it'll be in behind. Sackville in around. Kendall active on this shift. Got that up ahead to Ryan. Ryan over to the right. Here come the Flyers over the blue line. That drops down on the right side. Flyers pick it up. Back to the middle. Poked at. And it's in behind. Past the stick. That's down low. Frazier chases, but it'll go for the icing just about 5 minutes into the second period here. Into the feet, Bulldogs. Pushed off to the corner. Sackville behind the back. That's slowed up, and now delayed penalty coming here, and this one for a head contact, kind of away from the puck there. And off to the box, Salvidia, and it'll be Antigonish power play with another chance to try to tie this up. Still plenty of time, but we are getting, I guess, closer to the halfway point in this one. Face off, down low. That's picked up. Back to McDaniel and in behind. Pictou back to the blue line. That's chipped off to the left side. Bulldogs played in front. Stick handled, stopped. Bulldogs. Left side. Played down low. And along the end boards, a little pressure. That's grabbed off the wall. It'll be sent down. It was a 4-minute head contact, so a real good opportunity here for the Bulldogs to try to tie this up as an extended power play. Right now, they're going all hands on deck to try to break that puck up. Heads back to the blue line, stopped by DeYoung. Kicked back out in front. DeYoung brings it in over the line. Bulldogs off to the half wall. They'll slow up. Near the blue again. Over to McDaniel. He has to exit the zone. Trying to go for a tag up. Played across. Down low over to DeYoung. Hits his stick. He steps in front. Shot on. Rebound still loose. Good opportunity there. Fraser now. 2:41 left to go here in the penalty. Down along the left side wall. Worked into the boards. Spinning. Fraser catches up with it with ease. Has all sorts of time back there. Hands it off to Thompson. Thompson shoots. That bounces over. Looking for the sharp angle shot. It's in on the pad. And now they'll get a whistle as it was kind of covered, kind of not, but they'll get the benefit of the doubt. Picked up, wrapped in the right side. Flyers, knocked back on. Shot back down around, Brown. Brown, up the left side, through the feet of the Bulldogs. Little pressure. Antigonish. 1:51 left to go here now in the power play. Down into the feet, Flyers. Up ahead, in over the blue line. That one will be grabbed. 8:12 left to go in the second. 1:36 left to go in the penalty. Spinning. That's battled for in the corner. Into the feet. And Flyers pick up. Slap back in by Kendall. Bulldogs. Lead pass. Touches up on the stick. Flyers looking for it, but the Bulldogs in through. Little pressure. Lead pass. That's out of the reach. 7:30 to go. Minute to go in that 4-minute penalty. It's in along the end boards. In tight. That one stops up. Chop that. Flyers looking to pick up on the other side. Down low. The penalty just ticking off the clock here. It was a 4-minute, but the Bulldogs had a good chance about 2 minutes ago, but hasn't been a little quiet since. And now into the back half of this second period, a big hit laid behind there. Bowden fires that in. In near Brown. Played in around. Bulldogs. It's chipped on the right side. Trying to get that through. Flyers. Chop back over for Delory. Bulldogs up the left side. Into the zone. Hands off to McKenna. McKenna shot. That ricochets. Fandon. Antigonish. Back to McKenna. Moved up near center, a little pressure. Here comes Anderson. Anderson snaps a pass. That one not going to make it through, and now a penalty behind the play against the Flyers again. So fresh off a 4-minute. Another head contact. 5:46 to go. We want to take a second to shout out the great hospitality room they have going on here at the Pictou tournament. Is one of the better ones we've seen in a while, and make sure you check that out if you're here. And another 4-minute penalty, but shout out, like I said, to the hospitality room, taking care of everyone and that top-notch service you come to expect here in Pictou County. And with that said, 5:44 to go and another 4-minute head contact. So back-to-back, that'll be 8 straight minutes pretty much of penalty kill time here for the Flyers, and up 1. This is a big point in the game here again as we will head into the third after this. Brown flips it off to the middle. Shot. Save made. That one squeezed and covered. Brown. Flyers. Pick up, it's back to Brown. He'll flip that across. Bulldogs. Back over. That catches the feet. Bulldogs. Dwyer tries to get that through, and there might be a chance the other way. Flyers at least poke that into the half wall. There's Harvey. It was down low. Harvey tries to shoot, blocked before it can make it through. Now Bulldogs grab. Frazier. Down to the end boards. It's off the one hop. Dwyer looking for it. Flipped off to the middle. Shot back on. That one flutters off into the corner. 2:53 left to go in the penalty, and delayed offside. Gets a whistle there. .4:35 to go. 2:49 in the penalty. And Bulldogs still looking for that great chance. Shot back and around. Flyers, Walsh. Turns it over. DeYoung gets it down low, and it'll be along the left side. Bulldogs. Spinning out. That stopped. Is loose there in front. Backhand stopped. Flyers. Back to the line. Simmons, left side. Shot. Fanned on, and it's loose there. Back to Thompson. Thompson. Into the middle, and it's on the stick. Backhand save made. And a good job standing up to that one as we break through to about 4 minutes to go here in the second. Shots 12-11, so pretty even. The Bulldogs actually taking the shot lead for maybe the first time this game. Antigonish slows up. Kicks that back to the blue line. Back over to the left side. Try to catch that on the backhand. In tight. Save made. Or it hits the stick and doesn't make it through. Back over. Bulldogs a hard pass. Back to Connors. Connors steps in. Shot off the mark. He got all of it, but just couldn't aim it on quite on net there. Into the wall. That's spinning. And sent the length of the ice. Slow it up for the Bulldogs right in front of the own net, but they'll take care of that calmly. Moving up the right side here now. Hand it off. Fanned on. Back into the end boards. Flyers pick up. It's to Frazier. It bounces off him and will be Flipped in behind. 1:12 left to go here in the penalty as we near the end of the second. Flyers chip and hold that along the end boards. Into the middle. Bulldogs. Downing. That's picked up and sent in the other way. Frazier looks for it. Frazier. 2:31 to go in the second. Hard pass up for the Bulldogs. Spinning. Ricochets off a stick. That's into the right side corner. Flyers will slow it up. In there along the half wall. Back through Bulldogs. Connect on that pass. Now back up to Dwyer. Dwyer in over the line. Right side corner. Fished off of it. Sharp angle shot. Oh, and a great look. Their best in a while for the Bulldogs, but the save made regardless. 1:57 to go. 11 seconds left to go. So almost 8 full minutes of penalty killing here for the Flyers. Bend, don't break for those young men. Pretty impressive. I can't say I've seen that much this year. They got 9 seconds left to make it through. Brown shoots it wide. Grabbed. One last clear will make it down, and it'll be back to 5-on-5 here. 1:45 left to go here in the second. We're all square. In terms of the players, still 2-1 lead for the Flyers. A chance here in front, save made, and that's a big one. Right over the box, you don't want to give up the first shot on. So a big stop there in net by Gillis. Down low. McKinnon tries to play that, but it's on a delayed offside. And it'll be a face-off down in front with a 1:21, so about 81 seconds to go. Actually, exactly 81 seconds to go. McDaniel. Down along the boards. That's played up the wall. Bulldogs. Final minute to play here in the second. In over the blue line. That's fed down low. Off to the half wall. Along the end boards. Flyers. Get that pass over. McDaniel. Into the foot. Now back over to McDonald. 40 seconds. Picked up. Bulldogs. That one bounced around. Still looking for the tying marker. We've been scoreless here through the second. Big pass up. Catches up to it on the one hop. Flyers shot. That blocked again. That's going to rip the boards. And Bulldogs looking for an angle. Cut off there along the wall. Picked up. That shot back in low. Behind the back play. Wide open in front. Scores! And the Flyers, with 12 seconds to go, put one in, and a big marker there. So after a period where you battled over half the period, short-handed, you come back, get a few chances, and then score an insurance marker with 12 seconds left heading into the third. Remember, it'll be a short break, and we'll be right back at the third. So a big goal there for Sackville as that one's shot down, and with 3 seconds to go. That one more chance, and it's fanned on. Oh, not a good look at it, but that'll do it for the second period. We'll be back for the third in a moment. Already back here with the third and final period of action here. 15 minutes on the board and a 2-0 deficit. A late goal in the first and a late goal in the second has been the story of this one. And the special teams not being able to come through for the Bulldogs yet this game. Trying to get themselves back in it. The late insurance marker in the second. Flyers make a move around. It's free for a moment in front. Kicked aside by Gillis. That's going to get pushed back to the blue line. A little pressure. Grabbed along the wall. Flipped up ahead for Brown. Brown now going to try to move in over the blue line. He'll go down. Flyers from back and around. Push to the middle. Chased after. Gets around one. Stopped up here by the second. O'Brien on it. Connors plays that back. Turned over onto the stick here for Harvey. He'll get about a few steps ahead and then stopped up. Down the right side. Stand up hit there. Back to O'Brien. Flyers. Play that down. Hit in there. Another collision. Brought back in over the line. Flyers stopped up. Backhand. And Gillis will just get the easy cover there on the right side. About a minute and a half in. Face off will be to the right. Shot from the point. That steers to the corner. Bulldogs. Backhand, that jumping puck. Anderson slaps it into the boards. Spun. Bulldogs get on it. They'll backhand that through to McDaniel. Hit down low, Landry. Landry picks up, it catches a glove, and now trying to get it moving the other way. Sent back through. Delory. He'll get it around to Landry. Flip it up the right side, chased after. Francis McDonald, he'll get rubbed off on the boards, and now a penalty coming. And some of the Sackville parents a little less than impressed at what they feel like's been some ice tilt. Third penalty in a row. Oh, no, that one's actually going the other way. So unnecessary, the wrath of the coaches there. And now getting a word there. I think that the Sackville coaches definitely thought that was against them. Oh, and looks like he's going to ring him up for an unsportsmanlike, or teed him up. So the coach causing the penalty to be not overturned, but evened out. McKinnon heads to the box, and ref irate with him there. Not liking what he's hearing down there on the bench. Saying open their eyes up here in the crowds, but that initial penalty was on Antigonish. The Flyers bench got mistaken and got into a verbal match with the ref anyway. And now he's getting the finger point of doom down there. All right. So with 12:42 back at it, and it'll be 4-on-4. But it's obviously not coincidental, so. Pardon me. Face off down here in front. Okay. So 4-on-4 here now for 2 minutes. Sackville up 2. Brown plays that back through. It's chased after down into the corner. Kendall got to it first. Kendall starts to move. Down the left side. Picking up some speed, but into the feet there. McKinnon get a hold of it. Slows it up. Push there along the boards. Played back to McIsaac. McIsaac harpoons one in. It's stopped before it can reach the net. Spun. Grab now by Frazier. Frazier gets near center, takes a bit of a shove and into the end boards. Attempt back and around. That's chased after. Thompson backs off. That allows Walsh to pick it up. He'll fire it into the end boards. Chased after. Frazier looks for the cutoff. A little push there. Spun back to the blue line. Over to Glover. Glover shoots in. Big rebound on the left side, and it bounces and explodes off the player's stick. That looked like a good opportunity there. Push to the middle. Almost creating the perfect turnover. Connors plays it across. Bulldogs work it in. They try to play that over. A little shove. Flyers. Up the left side. That's into the end boards. Thompson. He'll pull up. Into the feet. Grabbed by the Bulldogs. Moving around, Brown. Brown, he'll start to get the feet going. Brown comes up with some room and almost slides that one home as it goes wide on the left side. Approaching our final 10 minutes here. Frazier. Pushed off. That one's caught up to. Flyers with a breakaway. Backhand scores in a beauty. Top shelf. Got Gillis down. Finds the back of the net. And that looked like it'll be Salvuda with a beauty there in front with about 10 minutes to go. 4-1 now the score. Down and around, Flyers. Trying to go up the wall with it. It's a lead pass into the feet. That spun back down to the right side corner. Officially into the final 10 minutes now. Between the legs, nice play there. Try to pick it up on the other side. Flipped over to the wall. Grabbed and sent in around, Bulldogs. Dykers gets called off. Puck's taken away, down low, Braden Ryan. Ryan man down. Connors tries to put some pressure on. It's gonna roll up the half wall. Picked up here, Dykers. He'll start to move into a shin pad as they get near the blue line, spinning. Touched back around and careful of too many there. And are they gonna ring him up for it? Maybe with 9 minutes to go, or it might just be an offside there. That's picked up. Back in behind for Frazier. Frazier with a lead pass to the right side. Dwyer. He'll start to move that in. Tries to play it across. Slowed up. Flyers leading that ahead. Lively. Down the right side. It's cut off by Frazier. Lively backhand. Rebound in front and a nice save right on the goal line by Gillis. How did he stand up to that one? I'm not sure, but works out for him. Now face off. 8:46 to go. Shots 13-18. So Flyers have overtaken in the shot column once again. Back and forth all game there. Chop that right side. Bulldogs going to pick it up. Leading pass. That's sent down. Flyers. So they'll start to head in behind. Touch play. Stopped over here for Frazier. Frazier steps in with an angle. Shot, save made. That's sent in to the corner. Jumps off the stick of Frazier. Sackville player losing that stick and now trying to lead up ahead. Grabbed by the Bulldogs. McDonald fumbles that one. Harvey plays up ahead. Slap shot. Not into the pad and now covered up here. 7:58 left to go. Face off will be down to the right. Back to the blue line, tipped in front, puck still loose, kicking around, another chance, and it was on the stick, and the ref blew the whistle. I think, yeah, the net came off, so makes a little more sense. Grab there, trying to go for the wraparound, wide open cage for a moment, couldn't get that finished off. Back in behind, Flyers chip to the middle. Another little look there, falls to the right corner on the end boards. Bulldogs pick up on that. Connors tries to go up the wall with it, penalty coming. Head contact again. So I think the third head contact call of the game. That one against the Flyers is a third against the Flyers, and is that going to be another 4-minute ring up? It is. So 12 total minutes of head contact penalties against the Flyers, and maybe that has something to do with that discussion we saw earlier. So 7:30 remaining, and now 4 minutes on the PK. So if there's ever a chance for a comeback, folks, it's right here. Frazier shoots it in. That's steered to the wall. Frazier chops at it. Brown holds. Brown takes the long way around. It's poked at. Down the wall. Frazier. Stopped. Frazier into the feet. He'll try to grab it on the other side. It's spun. Back into the middle for Ryan. Ryan hands it off. Toe drags in. Hands again. One-timer fanned on. Bulldogs come up with it now. Here comes Brown. Brown in over the blue line. Brown drops that back to McDonald. Back to Brown and a nice passing play. Save made there in net by Purcell. And with 6:35 to go, we are nearing the end of this one. Face off here. That's dropped in. Freed up for a moment. Flyers. Purcell chips it down the wall. It's chased after. DeJoyner. Wait, Dykers gets that up ahead, but it's fed on back. Francis McDonald finding a little room here on the left side. 2:40 to go in that penalty. That's onto the half wall. One-timer in front, stopped. Flyers up ahead. Back the other way. It's a lot of back and forth action this game. Purcell gets it down low. Spinning. Grabbed in over the blue line. That's handoff. Francis McDonald shot on. Save made. 2 minutes now to go in the penalty. As we see some of the next teams getting ready to go. Pictou County looks like they're playing here soon. They got the Memorial jerseys on. Those look pretty sweet. Face off. Picked up Bulldogs. That's chipped over to the half wall. Back to the middle now. Left side Frazier. Frazier steps in. Shot. That's covered up. We'll try again. Puck back to Frazier. Frazier into the open area, right side, shot. That one rides the crossbar, and the great best chance in a while there for the Bulldogs. Centering pass again. That's going to one hop, and it'll be slapped down as the linesman takes cover. There's some power on that one from McKinnon, who cleared it successfully. O'Brien across. Under 5 minutes to go now in this total game. Flyers looking for a step here down the left side. Coming out with it. Another move, shot, and it's under the arm and into the back of the net as that one squeezes by. And a great individual effort there, I believe, by Lively, number 17. And he'll extend the gap on one I think our goaltender Gillis would like back. .447 to go in the third still, so that was a shorthanded marker. Remember, here in tournament play, every goal matters, so kind of want to keep your foot on the gas. Smith back over. That puck moves to the middle. Brown hands it off. Here come Antigonish. Looking for one last breath of air here. 4:23 left to go. Down the right side. Played across. Oh, right play, but just off the stick. 44 seconds on the man advantage still. Francis McDonald played it down low. Back to the blue line. Handed over Brown. Stopped. Little pressure. Right side corner. Lead play to Flyer. Shot pad save there by Gillis as he sends that aside. McDonald now up ahead. That up to Dwyer. Dwyer steps in. Tries to go short side. Nice save. Flyers up the board with it. Delory tried to keep it, but that one offside. 3:37 to go. We'll be rolling all day long here on the High Button channels. Here and next door at the auxiliary rink. Keep an eye out for all the action here at the Pictou County Memorial, streamed here on High Button Sports. Picked up, sent into the end boards. Flyers over to the left side. It's chopped up the head. Into the zone. Flyers tipped across. Ricochets off a couple shafts. Moved up the boards. Grabbed here by McKenna. It's slowed up. Flyers start to move. Try to play that out in front. Spinning and almost took a friendly bounce. Stays out of harm's way, though. We're back to 5-on-5 here after the 4-minute penalty ended. And now trying to get numbers the other way, but couldn't get the lead pass up there, Dykers. Ryan, they have numbers. Sackville swept in front, goes wide. Another chance, blocked by their own guy there on that one. Up the boards, Anderson has a jump off his stick. Into the middle, O'Brien. Fans. Now picks up, shoots it down low. Connor's getting pressured. Back to the line here. One-timer stopped, over to DeYoung. Shot on, that'll be scooped up. 2 minutes to play. 20-24. The shots, 5-1 the score as the Flyers kind of ran away with this one after it was tight earlier. Face off to the left. That moves along the boards. 2 minutes to go. Tried to feed that out in front. Comes back to the blue line. Francis McDonald hands that off. McDonald with a nice hit. Try to stay with the puck. They do. Bulldogs moving down low as we approach the final 90 seconds. Push to the middle for Dwyer. Handed across. Intercepted there. Frazier going to grab it and spin. Frazier, top of the circle, tries to feed it through. Stopped up. Over to Frazier, shot into the glove. That's still loose. Flyers play it up ahead. Smith. 121. Brown. Over to the right side. Shot on, and that one will be grabbed out of the air. We'll get a whistle here as we move into the finish of this one. Like I said, we'll be right back at it. Next game up and running as this one finishes. So they did the flood after the first here, so I think they'll play the first 2 periods and then go for it for the next one for the flood. That's how they're going, every 2 frames. Shot there, save. I guess that means they'd have to do it after this game and then after 2. That makes sense. You can go to as many tournaments as you want. Sometimes it still confuses you a bit on the old Zamboni schedule. Final minute to play here, though. Let up ahead, Flyers, stick lifted away. McKenna grabs. It's into the end boards. Ran off to the wall. That's grabbed by Glover. He tried to play it up ahead. 40 seconds now. Walsh into the feet. Down the right side, stopped up. Played over. Down low on the right side. Nice play in front. Save made. And a great give and go, but whistle will go. 28 seconds remaining. (25-23) the shot. So the shots have stayed relatively even throughout the game. Flyers. Pressure by Connors and on the end boards. Centering pass. Back over. That one chopped in, and the Antigonish might have a chance here for a late break. Off to the races, getting hacked and whacked all the way down. Gets a shot off, kind of. Set into the corner, and a little frustration bubbling over for the final 6 seconds. That one will be off the stick, and with 2 seconds to go, that will take us to the end. So a 5-1 victory here for Sackville as they get off to the right foot. We'll take a break here and be back with the MVPs in a minute. All right, so MVP here for Antigonish, number 19 out there, Hayden O'Brien. Goaltender there, Purcell wins it. So that'll do it for us here on Highpoint Sports for this game.